Have you ever trusted someone so completely, believed in them so utterly, that you missed a quiet betrayal sharpening just behind your back? By the time I saw the blade, it was already buried deep. My name is Elise. I'm 27, and right now, I'm standing in the smoldering ruins of what used to be my life. Jobless, my professional reputation in ashes, blacklisted from an industry I devoted everything to. And all of it, every loss, every unraveling thread, traces back to one name, Vanessa Reed. Vanessa and I had been inseparable since college. You know those duos that people look at with envy? That was us. We finished each other's thoughts, burst into laughter over dumb inside jokes, plastered our sisterhood across social media like a banner. Breakups, birthdays, career wins, and setbacks, we tackled them side by side, unshakable, or so I thought. After graduation, we even got hired by the same consulting firm. Vanessa took the strategic planning route, while I landed in corporate compliance. We were in different departments, different paths, no competition, no threat. It felt like the perfect setup. Best friends growing their careers together. But Vanessa had something else simmering inside, an obsession with success. Promotions weren't milestones to her, they were prey. She mapped out her career with the meticulous coldness of a general planning a siege. Every performance review was a battle to be won. Every meeting a power play. I admired her drive, even if I didn't share it. I just wanted steady growth, good benefits, maybe a vacation in Greece once a year. Vanessa wanted the throne, and she'd claw her way there with bloodied hands if she had to. Then came Eric Delgado, senior consultant. He was quiet, sharp, reserved. Vanessa mentioned him occasionally, always with a strange undertone. She'd call him a safe player, like the phrase left a bad taste in her mouth. To me, he was just a hallway nod, polite and forgettable, until the company posted a position, one coveted leadership role in the European division, a one-year transfer that came with a six-figure bump, luxurious accommodations, and a direct line to the executive tier. Vanessa had her sights on it long before it was official. She shifted into high gear, revamping her resume, enrolling in international business law courses, rehearsing answers in the mirror. I stayed up late helping her polish drafts. I wanted her to win. I believed she deserved it. Then Eric applied, and Vanessa changed. What was once laser-sharp ambition turned predatory. She ranted about corporate bias, how men always steamrolled over women, how Eric was out to sabotage her. At first, I nodded along. I understood her frustration. Offices could be suffocating in their inequities. But her fixation darkened. She started scrutinizing Eric's every movement, obsessively monitoring his behavior, twisting harmless interactions into sinister plots. She combed through his emails. She dissected his hallway greetings. Water-cooler small talk became evidence in her imagined trial. Then the announcement came. Eric had been selected. Vanessa broke. She collapsed at her desk, sobbing uncontrollably, mumbling through clenched teeth that the system was fixed, that Eric must have bought favors, greased palms, that he didn't earn it. I sat with her as she unraveled, hoping she'd release the bitterness and move on. She didn't. She became consumed. Her grief metastasized into something cruel. In meetings, she made sly digs at Eric. Around the office, she whispered poison into willing ears. Online, she posted cryptic status updates about betrayal, injustice, and wolves in sheep's clothing. And then one night, the facade crumbled completely. We had stayed late to wrap up reports. It was quiet, dim. That's when she said it, calmly, without hesitation, like reading a grocery list. She was going to destroy Eric, frame him. She laid out her plan like a blueprint. Accusations of harassment, fabricated down to the last detail. She said she'd already planted the seeds, dropping suggestive remarks around the office, creating moments that could be twisted into damning encounters. She had baited him into casual conversations, then carefully cropped their chat logs. She even practiced the look of distress she'd wear when she reported him. I sat frozen, nauseous. I wanted to believe it was an emotional outburst, a terrible joke, but her eyes were ice. Her tone was steel. I told her she was crossing into something dangerous, something deeply wrong. that this wasn't just unethical, it was reckless, illegal. She shrugged. In her eyes, this was justice. She insisted the game was rigged, that women had no chance unless they bent the rules, broke them, that this was how you survived. Within days, she set it in motion. She waited after hours, knowing Eric would be working late on a high-priority client file. And just before dawn, she barged into my office, breathless, wild-eyed, recounting her tale of impropriety. She claimed Eric had cornered her, made veiled advances, promised post-transfer celebrations laced with innuendo. She handed me screenshots, chats clipped with surgical precision. They didn't scream harassment. They whispered normalcy. Eric had suggested grabbing a farewell coffee. He'd complimented her work ethic. Nothing more. Yet Vanessa twisted it all. Claimed it was a tone, the implication, the undercurrent of something dark. She'd already scheduled her HR appointment, and she expected me to support her version of events. My stomach plummeted. The room felt like it was closing in. HR didn't waste time. They launched a full investigation. Eric was suspended immediately. The atmosphere in the office turned thick with whispers and suspicion. Vanessa, meanwhile, ascended. She became the martyr, the brave woman who stood up to predation. She basked in it. But the truth has a way of clawing its way out of any grave. The investigators pulled surveillance footage from that night. It showed nothing more than two people exchanging a brief, courteous word before going their separate ways. Eric submitted the full, unedited chat logs. They laid bare every doctored message, every omitted sentence, every manipulated intent. And then came the killing blow, her internet search history. It told the story she tried to hide. Weeks of research on harassment laws, false allegations, legal loopholes. Each search more damning than the last. Her narrative unraveled in real time. The company acted swiftly. She was placed on immediate suspension, then terminated. The internal memo was clear. Fraudulent misconduct claim, deliberate sabotage of a peer. Her reputation shattered overnight. Those who once championed her now avoided eye contact. She became toxic. A ghost. She called me afterward, crying, voice trembling, begging me to vouch for her, swore that Eric's redemption was proof of male privilege, pleaded for my loyalty. I refused. That's when the tears turned to venom. She accused me of betrayal, called me jealous, claimed I'd been waiting for her to fall. Then she disappeared. But the damage didn't. Whispers clung to me like ash. Doubt followed me through the corridors. Some believed I had known, that I'd played a part. My department began to drift from me, civil but distant. My name hit blacklists. One by one, interviews vanished. I lost my job soon after, not from guilt, but from association. Later, more stories surfaced. Former colleagues stepped forward. Tales of manipulation, sabotage, and manufactured victimhood. Vanessa had left a trail of ruin behind her. I wasn't her best friend. I was her alibi, her shield, her disposable chess piece. Last I heard, she fled across the country, changed her name, picked up a retail job, and tried to repaint her story. She's reached out since. Thinly veiled apologies stitched together with subtle threats and barbed resentment. I blocked her. Because here's the bitter truth. Some people would rather reduce everything, friendships, reputations, futures, to ashes and admit they never had the talent to rise on merit alone. And that's Vanessa.